All right, check it out. Y'all know what we doing, man. We do this every single year. If you new here, drop a like, subscribe. If you've been here, you know every single year I make the Kevin Durant build, my favorite player in the league currently. All right, so we're going to make the Kevin Durant build just like we do every single year on NBA 2K26. This is the #1 Kevin Durant build. So if you've been looking for a KD build but haven't been liking what you're seeing, you in the right spot. All right, we're going small forward. I know a lot of people going power forward. You can make the 6'11 version, which is pretty decent, whatever the case may be. But for what we like to do and for what I like to do for the Kevin Durant that I saw in this game, we're going to go 6'10 with a 6'10 wingspan. We're going to go 200 on the weight. Now, trust me, I understand Kevin Durant has long arms. But in this situation, honestly speaking, you need to go 6'10 because we want the 93-point shot. If you go 6'11 wingspan, you get an 89. If you go 7 feet, you get an 87. You know what I mean? And this just doesn't give us what we're really looking for unless you want to, you know, do cap breakers and max plus ones, everything to a certain tier. But we're going to get that anyway. So we're going to go 6'10, 200, 6'10 wingspan, right? I'll start with the finishing. I'll go 84 post shot on the Kevin Durant build. I'm going 80 on the driving layup. That could be kind of low for KD as well, but it's okay. Trust me, what I'm doing here will make sense in a minute. 57 drive or 57 standing dunk, and then we're gonna go 84 on a post control. And then let me go do physicals, because without the physicals, it's a lot of badges that you won't see. So I'll go 82 on the speed, and then for the agility, we're gonna max that out 78. Strength, we're going to give him 73, and then vertical, we're going to give him 75. So off the bat, this is what we're looking like for finishing. We got silver float game, silver hook specialist, silver paint prodigy, driving layup, we get a silver physical finisher, bronze layup mix master, driving dunk, we get aerial wizard gold, posterizer on silver. Remember, you get max plus ones and max plus two, so this posterizer can go up from silver to gold if you do a max plus one, or silver to Hall of Fame if you do a max plus two. Standing dunk is a 57. I mean, rise up is not necessarily that important. I feel like you can still get a standing dunk without having a badge. 84 post control, right? Post fade phenom, as you see, is blurred out. But it's blurred out because we got to put up our midi. So we're going to hit the shooting. For the midi, we're going 93. 93 on the midi. And as you see, just with midi alone, we get Hall of Fame post fade phenom, Hall of Fame set shot specialist, gold dead eye, gold shifty shooter on the 6'10, right? I think shifty shooter stops at 6'11. So 6'11 is the height that you can go with shifty shooter, right? So the 3-point shot, this is why we went with the low wingspan. We want 90. We want 90. We want 90 because for takeovers, to get the deep bomber takeover, you need a 93-point rating. So if you want to shoot from super far with KD and really make this build glitchy, you need the 93-pointer for deep bomber. If you don't care about deep bomber, then, you know what I'm saying, you can drop this down to 89 because you'll still get silver limitless range, and then, you know, max plus one and max plus two or whatever the case may be. But we literally went 90 for the deep bomber takeover. Free throw, we only going 81. We don't need that much free throw. Regardless if you play rec or pro-am, you should be able to green 81 free throw, right? Pass act, 71 on the pass act. Ball handle, 75. Speed with ball, 68. Why? Because literally 75 ball handle is going to get you all of the, this is the animation glossary, so 75 ball handle is literally going to get you everything for the most part that you need. For KD, you get the KD go-to shot because you have his mid-range and 3-point requirements. I think the dribble pull-ups, when I make my build, I actually don't even look at the animation screen like this because I had like sheet layouts. But I feel like with this, if Kevin Durant has a dribble pull-up, you should get it, and I feel like he does though. But Kevin Durant spin jumper, you know what I'm saying, you can get that at 87. His hop jumper, you can get that if that's what you're looking for. Playmaking moves, dribble style, you can get Kevin Durant. You only need a 65 speed with ball actually to get that. Giannis is the best dribble style for 6'10 builds, and you can get his dribble style if you need it. Signature size ups for Kevin Durant, you need a 70 ball handle. I think breakdown 70. So there's a lot of things that you can get. Like, you get all the Kevin Durant's dribble moves, and then there's some extra things that you can get in here as well if we go 75 ball handle with the 68 speed with ball. But that actually gives us, what do we get? Lightning launch on bronze. You can max plus 2 to gold if you really want to, right? Ball handle, we get strong handle because we got the 73 strength. That's why we get gold strong handle. Handles for days is bronze. If you really want to put that up, you can. I got silver on my 6'6", and I feel fine. Unpluckable is bronze. I think I played rec yesterday on my 6'6" with a bronze unpluckable, not really getting ripped. So really not that big of a deal to go get silver right now. So let's talk about the defense. Interior, we're gonna put this on a 70. Perimeter, we're gonna put this on 82. Steal, we're gonna put this at 60 just because lane steal's an interceptor. I'm not seeing a lot of plucks happening. If they are happening, you know what I'm saying, it's just not at a high rate, not high enough for you to really want to max this out really high. So interior defense 70, we get silver paint patroller. Perimeter is 82, we get silver challenger. Steal is 60, we get the bronze interceptor. And then block is 84, we get the silver high flying denier. If you really want to tweak this a lot, you can go high flying denier gold, you can go paint patroller gold, depending on the mode that you're playing. Now let's talk about rebounding. Offensive rebound, I like to prioritize this over defensive, so we're gonna go 73 with the offensive rebound. Box out beast is silver, rebound chaser is bronze. And again, max +1s, max +2, depending on what you would necessarily want to do on this build. It's a lot that you actually can do. But what I also want to show y'all is the tier badges, right? So tiers on the 610. At tier 2, right, you get handles for days is a tier 2 badge, okay? You got strong handle as a tier 2 badge. Lightning launch at 610 is a tier 2 badge, so you don't have to use a max +1 from a tier 1 to boost up your lightning launch. You literally can get gold lightning launch with a tier 2 and then take that tier 1 and put it somewhere over here, right? Then you also have, what we got, float game if you want to shoot floaters. You got high flying denier, like I said, a movable enforcer for defense as well. Even your challenger, you can max +2 challenger to Hall of Fame for better contest because it's a tier 2 badge at 610. So like, you really, my 610 ISO build that I dropped was not Kevin Durant. It's literally how I would play on the 610. But if you're making the Kevin Durant style and you want to play like Kevin Durant, you literally have a lot of options. Like even with the set shot specialist, you can max +1 this to legend. I mean, not set shot specialist, I'm tripping. Post fade phenom, you can max +1 this to legend if you really want to. But y'all know, sometimes I care about them, sometimes I don't. But we are accurate over here on this side of town. You see shades of Rockets, Kevin Durant, 97, 98, Scottie Pippen, and then LeBron James. But we don't care about the last two guys. We were here to make the Kevin Durant. But I mean, you see the strengths: mid-range sniper, drops bombs off the catch, effortless elevation in traffic, a real transition threat. Weaknesses is not a steals guy by any means, and no feel for rebounding position. We know some games Kevin Durant gets rebounds, some games he doesn't. Even at 6'10", 6'11", whatever you want to say, that's just what it is. But set shot specialist, post fade phenom, Hoff, Deadeye, go. All right, now since I got a cap breaker already on this build, I can show y'all what we gonna do with cap breakers, or what you can do with cap breakers for the Kevin Durant build. This is what it looks like. So depending on necessarily what you want, you really have a plethora of things that we can do here with cap breakers. The build basically gets everything that it needs to get already. Not gonna lie to you. So like, you can max out at a 94 midi, but you don't really need it, if we're being honest. I mean, if you want to go +2 on drive and dunk, you can get this to 89 and then go 2 on vertical to get this to a 79, even though you only need a 78. But that'll get you to 1 foot contact dunks if you want, you know, extra contact dunks on this build. If you want to put up, you know, pass act, you can get a little pass act. It's not really gonna change anything for the badges. Ball handle 78, but I don't think that really unlocks anything, truthfully. +4 speed with ball if you want more, you know, speed with ball. But as far as the cap breakers go, you're really pretty good. I think, you know, 86, 88 block. I don't know if that unlocks the next tier of paint patroller, but these are what the cap breakers will look like if you make the Kevin Durant build, right? And I mean, this is pretty decent if you ask me. If you ask me, that's why I call it the #1 Kevin Durant build in NBA 2K26. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later with another build. Peace.